I went to this year's Star Wars Celebration and it was absolutely crazy. If for whatever reason you didn't already know, Star Wars Celebration is possibly the biggest franchise convention ever. An annual event where tens of thousands of Star Wars fans unite for exclusive major Star Wars announcements, to cosplay their favorite characters, and more. And ever since I was 5 years old, I've been obsessed with Star Wars. I mean, pretty much like 70% of my room is Star Wars related, like Jesus Christ. And this year, Star Wars Celebration was being held in London. That's the capital city of my home country. I can go to Celebration. And so with no hesitation, I booked 2 tickets for me and my friend James. And when the morning finally came, we left for London.
Guys. I found it! Oh, he's coming in from the side ominously.
I'm just going to let you see like the edge of my glass.
Ominously like coming from the side. Yeah, nice. Oh my god.
Eagerness.
Smash. No, I'm never gonna end it. Smash like and subscribe, guys.
Oh, and when we got off the train, this happened.
What's up? It's the boys on tour. Oh my god, it's the Down was Okay, never mind.
Yep, just a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old getting on the wrong escalator, just in a train station with people watching. Oh, Jesus.
As well as dragging James out of bed at like 6 AM in the morning.
Yeah.
I've got a list of tasks for us to do together. We have 10 Star Wars Celebration related tasks to complete before the end of the day. If we don't do it, then we both have to donate.
We both die.
Yeah, we have to donate our organs to charity.
I did not agree to that.
But before we could even start to consider completing those tasks, we needed to get there. Not gonna lie, it took a while and like all of me and James's combined 7 brain cells at work, but we managed to finally get to the ExCeL Centre in London. And oh my god, when we got off that final train, there were thousands, and I mean thousands of Star Wars fans. You know what? I'll just let the clips speak for themselves.
We made it off the train. We're walking there now. There's so many people here. This is actually really cool. Oh my god. This is genuinely the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. We're not inside the venue yet. We're walking to the venue right now. My hair is flying in the wind. It's about to take flight. Fucking hell.
So after we'd taken part in this Star Wars stampede that honestly felt like that one scene out of Andor, we made it to the main queuing area of Star Wars Celebration, and oh my god! What the fuck?
James, what do you think of this?
The amount of people in here was genuinely crazy. I was lost for words. Bear in mind, this is a big ass building. This is not a small building, and it was just full to the brim with thousands of people in the coolest cosplay I've ever seen. There was even this one guy in Darth Maul cosplay who, when the gate opened opposite us, pretended he was lifting it with the Force. That was pretty funny.
The Force? It's real.
But after around 45 minutes to an hour of queuing, we finally made it inside the venue.
So there's 10 tasks we need to complete. I'm going to read them all out to you now, okay? Number 1. Take a selfie with a group of cosplayers. That's going to be easy. Literally 75% of people here are in cosplay. Number 2, find at least one Star Wars actor. Probably going to be a bit of a difficult one, to be honest. Number 3, buy and wear a piece of Star Wars clothing. So James, I bought you a Star Wars thong.
Yeah.
Interview an attendee. So interview someone here, you know. What do they think of the convention? I don't know. I want to find out. You want to find out? You want to find out. Get someone to reply to Hello There. Visit the Star Wars Celebration art show. There's some cool art on display. Catch a major Star Wars announcement. Probably going to be a little bit impossible because we've already, like, it's 11:01 and the panel's at 11, so we're probably missing out. That's okay. Purchase some Star Wars memorabilia. Just some cool little gift shop stuff. Spot 10 Grogu's. I can already spot like fucking 17. And find a cosplay of an obscure character. One that, like, not really well known. That's the goal. Yes.
The first place we really visited was the Star Wars Celebration live stage, and whilst nothing was happening here at the moment, it's important to remember because we're going to come back to it later.
Find a group of cosplayers to take a selfie with. I want to take that one off the list first. It has to be a group because I wrote group. I'm a man of my word.
Okay.
We scoured the whole area looking for a group of cosplayers that looked like they'd be willing to take a photo with a random 16-year-old. And eventually we did find a group. Luckily you can't hear the audio from this, so you can't hear just how dreadfully awkward it was. But I promise it went well and we got the selfie. So you know what? Mission accomplished. Now the next task that we ticked off our list was purchasing some Star Wars memorabilia. James and I had spotted a Funko Pop shop, and as you can tell, I like to collect Funko Pops, so I thought that would be the perfect memorabilia to purchase. Now I would show you the video of us purchasing this, but James somehow managed to record all of it in slow motion. And I'm guessing you guys don't want to watch me move my mouth at 0.25x speed, but these are the two I got. I got this Mando and this Ahsoka. They're both very awesome. very cool. Oh yeah, also by this point we had definitely seen well over 20 Grogus. I mean, we were in the merch section, so we had seen, God, just so many Grogus. It was unreal. So that is definitely a tick off the list.
That little lunch break. Here's where I think we are. So check this is here. We did see 10 Grogus because in there it was a merchandise shop. Grogu was literally every direction. Wow, we've done literally fucking nothing. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no, we purchased some memorabilia. That's it. So we got 3 out of 10 so far. That's not too bad, right? James is looking at me really like intensely right now. He's like staring at my song. It's kind of hard actually.
I've zoomed in really far.
Are you actually?
Yeah, so literally your face is the only thing that's visible.
I'm sure that's what everyone wants to see.
But right after we set off to complete more tasks, disaster struck.
Don't zoom in. This is not a zoom in moment, James. I'm so dumb. You know those Funko Pops I spent 50 fucking quid on? 50 quid? Guess what? I put them down when we sat down to eat lunch, and now I don't know what they are. I think I've dead ass just wasted.
It was that way,
That way? Okay, yeah. Don't zoom in. This is not a zoom in moment, James. This is serious.
Yeah, I forgot to mention earlier that these two little fuckers cost 50 quid. What the fuck? Disney, I get it. You need to fund your shows, alright? But god damn, don't drain my bank account like that. But thankfully, just as quickly as disaster struck, miracle struck too. Is that a saying? Miracle struck. What is now?
Ladies and gents, crisis averted. We found them. By some miracle, they were still where I left them on the floor. And this lady was sat next to them. She said they've been sat here, and we found them. I'm so dumb and very lucky at the same time. So yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, the next thing we did, and the part of Celebration I was the most excited about, was watching the Star Wars Celebration live stage event. God, I remember Celebration last year being sat right here at my desk, watching all these guest interviews on the live stage, and yet there I was, in the crowd, in person, watching these celebrities up on stage, and man, I gotta say, it was such a cool experience. Also, by this point, the venue was getting really hot, and James and I were starting to get slightly delirious and tired, which had an interesting effect on me. Anyway, then finally the live stage event started, and they begun it with a trailer for Ahsoka. What?
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh fuck!
If you couldn't tell from those clips, I was very excited about this show. But after this, they brought on their first guests for Star Wars Celebration Live, and wait a second, is that the main character from Squid Game?
You know what that is, James? It's a famous actor. Take off the list. Take off the list. We're doing good.
They were, however, at this time discussing The Acolyte, which is a show that I didn't really have as much interest for as the rest of the Star Wars shows at the moment, so we left in search of someone to interview.
Hello everyone, status update. We're looking for someone to interview. However, I cannot go up to anyone. Me and James should have considered the fact that we have like crippling social anxiety, the both of us, and so this is like a bit more of a challenge than it would be otherwise.
But finally, yes, finally, we found someone to interview. Was it awkward? I don't know if it was awkward or not. The guy was super sweet. Anyway, I'll roll the clip.
Okay, so first of all, hello there.
Hi. Oh, General Kenobi.
Good, thank you. I was testing you. So how are you enjoying Star Wars Celebration?
Loving it, yeah. We've already just been to the showcase, the first
me
one.
too.
So yeah, and then we've just got something to eat. I think we're going to go to Andor soon, so.
And if you were to sum up Star Wars in 3 words, how would you sum it up? What do you reckon?
Immense, say spectacle, and last one, exciting.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Mission success. We ticked off 2 tasks at once, guys. Yeah. We're doing good.
Yes, social anxiety conquered. Who is she? Don't even know her.
We're doing really well. What else do we have to do? Obscure character.
And yes, as you just heard in the clip, we then started looking for an obscure character to take a photo with. And eventually, we found this group of Twi'leks that weren't attributed to a certain mainline Star Wars character, so obscure. But when I went to take a photo of them, I got ignored by all of the Twi'leks, apart from one. So shout out to this one Twi'lek girl. I don't know who you are, but you're a legend. The rest of you... what the fuck, man? Then we started our search for the Star Wars Celebration art show, but we went to the room that it was meant to be held at, and there was just nothing there. It looked like a level from the back rooms, so we ditched that idea and found a smaller art showcase instead.
Art showcase? The actual one just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So we've got some art here. This is an art showcase at Star Wars Celebration, and we visited it, right? Yeah? Agreed? Cool. That's off the list. Now we need to find a piece of clothing to wear.
So yes, as you can see here, I'm having a fine Skyrim NPC discussion with this lady about whether I can purchase one of her hats, and she tells me that the hats are £25. That is literally just a black hat with the plain Star Wars logo really shittily embroidered in gold font. But, okay, to be fair, and hear me out here. Task completed. Anyway, after this, we made our way back to the Star Wars Celebration live stage, where we caught the middle of an interview with the actors for Cyril, Dedra, and Bix from Andor, which was really awesome, actually. But then, after this, when I thought they were just going to bring in some more side characters from Andor, they announced...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh shit! Yo! What the hell?
If you can't tell from the audio of this clip, I got very excited. I was stood like 20 feet away from Greef Karga, Moff Gideon, and the Armorer. What the fuck? This doesn't make sense. Anyway, that was a super awesome interview to watch, but after this, James and I did head home, having completed all 10 of the tasks, but well, I'll admit, that one, little bit cheap. But in all seriousness, attending this event was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I mean, being surrounded by so many people who share such a love and passion for Star Wars like I do, it was truly magical. I've never really grown up with too many people in my life who care about the same kind of things that I do and that share my interests, and seeing all my childhood characters being worn by these people who love the franchise just as much as I do, honestly, man, it was crazy. I feel like if you look at any fandom on the internet, you'll see more negativity than positivity because those people are just very loud. But honestly, there was not an ounce of negativity at this event. People were so excited and happy, and I don't know, man, it was just such a heartwarming thing to see. And it truly reminded me why I love Star Wars so much. So yeah, this was an experience that I'll never forget. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Subscribe!